What happens when someone else remembers you? There is something even more dangerous than forgetting your history, allowing somebody else to remember it for you, because whoever tells your story decides what gets emphasized, what gets ignored, where the story begins, and sometimes what disappears completely. For generations, much of African history was documented through outsiders, missionaries, colonial administrators, explorers, and foreign academics. That does not mean everything they wrote was false. History requires evidence, including evidence left by outsiders. But we should ask, whose perspective are we reading? What did they understand? What did they misunderstand? What assumptions did they bring with them? And what did African communities themselves say about their world? This is why oral histories matter, languages matter, archaeology matters, African scholarship matters, family stories matter, indigenous records and traditions matter. No single source should be accepted uncritically. The objective is not to replace one mythology with another. It is to investigate, because when people lose the ability to interpret their own past, they can become dependent on other people, not only for history, but eventually for identity. We should learn from everybody, but we must also recover the ability to examine ourselves. Share this with someone who might value the conversation and tell me, who taught you the history of your own people? Who remembers a people when they stop remembering themselves? Recovering African history should not mean replacing one unquestioned narrative with another. It should mean investigating more deeply, comparing sources and recovering perspectives that were neglected. Share this if the question resonates, and tell me in the comments, who taught you your people's history?